Welcome to a brand new year of Dispatches from Shed Quarters. This is coming out.
Yeah, wow. We're talking from into the future.
No, we're
talking into the future.
We're talking into the future. We're talking into a single microphone in the middle of the table. Hopefully it works well enough. It looks like, oh yeah. So, for those of you joining us, I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
And another Wild Brent appearance.
Yes, Wild Brent has appeared again.
Which, by the way, because he mentioned that when we were texting earlier, and I said, okay, well, we can throw rocks painted like Pokeballs at you.
That's kind of scary.
To which I said, okay, how about hand grenades?
Well, that would be a very explosive ending.
And then he said explosive ending, and then I said, all right, fine, low yield tactical pocket nukes.
There you
low
go.
yield. I thought you were talking about sending me to the moon.
No, I never promised to get you to the moon.
Well,
I would fight you on the moon.
Oh, I'll fight you on the moon.
Well, low yield pocket nukes wouldn't get us to the moon.
Or pocket sand. Really go low tech.
Pocket sand.
Yep. That's
Ninja Dust.
That's Parker's D&D character's go-to.
Well, hey,
because he
it's a disappearance spell.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. So he did that to one of those games with one of his buddies. The guy goes, Parker goes, I pull up my pocket sand and throw it in his eyes, and he goes, what? He goes, what's pocket sand? So they had to pause the game for about 10, 15 minutes until they figured out what pocket sand was all about. So,
Yep.
It's a simple concept.
it is. Totally it is.
So you just need rules for blinding.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're in there already.
Well, speaking of that, it was hilarious because of unusual and odd weapons. I was reading one thing about it. This one girl, she was a hunter, not Buffy per se, but kind of was a hunter. And what she always wore was she wear high heel boots, and and they'd always have the heel of it was always a sharpened wooden spike, and she always had in her makeup bag a hairspray thing and a lighter.
Yeah,
that'll work.
Makeshift flamethrower.
Yeah. I can see that. I don't see why it wouldn't work.
Are either of you familiar with the PlayStation game Bayonetta?
No.
It's like I want to say it's similar to God of War, not nearly as truly engaging. Stunningly, like the art style and whatnot is really, really cool. Very cinematic, yes. She's essentially fighting demons and stuff.
Okay.
Well, she's hot, dressed with like a long cloak thing, all these things waving in the air, and she wears very high-heeled, like stiletto types. Yeah. But the heels are shoes, are shoes.
Are guns.
Are guns. I know. Yes.
Yeah, she has 4 guns. She has 4 guns.
So she can shoot with her feet. It's
Zombieland. Not Zombieland.
This isn't Planet Terror.
Planet Terror.
But no, this isn't her feet have been replaced. These are just their guns in her shoes, in the heels of her shoes.
Okay. How does she trigger the guns?
I don't know.
She is the one thing that we went through with this because they had the Devils May Cry versus Bayonetta on Death Battle. What they're thinking was it's magic because she did cast. She had magic.
She's a magical being
and magic power,
a spiritual being, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
So they were thinking that.
It's a weird game. I tried playing it. I only got so far into it, and it gets really frustrating because it gets pretty challenging for a non-gamer like myself.
Like a button masher kind of thing?
Pretty much, because you got to get like specific combos down and stuff, and it's not easy to do.
That sounds difficult.
They did add the character into Super Smash Brothers, though.
Of course they did.
But they got like 75 characters in that game.
That's insane.
I've been seeing a lot of Super Smash Brothers with the boys home.
Yeah.
Tally's got the Switch, and they're playing that. They're either playing that, and then all I hear is, oh, I go right, and they're hooting and hollering. Or they've also gotten hooked on this Overcooked, which is they're in a kitchen and they have to make dishes in a specific time. But you have to grab the ingredients, you have to cut them, and you have to cook them. But the boards, it's not just a straight up kitchen. There's usually obstacles, or the board moves around on you, or like stuff like that. And you can play it cooperatively. And they were
but
playing.
That never works.
Well, no, it was working. But they were playing with Landon.
Oh.
So they're playing 3 people. Landon just kept getting in the way. He's supposed to. They gave him one task. Okay, on this board, there's going to be mice. Your job is to kill the mice. That's your job. maybe grab dirty dishes and wash them when we need them, kind of thing.
Okay.
That's it. He kept getting in their fucking way.
Attaboy, Landon.
They're hooting and hollering.
Yep.
I was watching when I was watching Letterkenny. They were playing that, and I'm in my bedroom with the door shut, and I could hardly hear the TV over Xander's yelling. That's how bad it was getting.
Awesome.
Oh yes, that is awesome.
Yep. So how was Ottawa?
It was great actually, getting to see my niece and nephew and whatnot. They were a little shy at first, but then they started getting comfortable to me. It was just hilarious though, because when my mom got in there, of course, my niece all of a sudden goes, "Grandma!" and just races over. My mom just melts. I'm like, "Could you help?" "Nope, I'm sorry. I got Sarah. I got to take care of her." I'm like,
that's the grandparents thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't knock it, man.
no. And it's just funny because it's like, "Grandma." I'm like, "There."
Let
goes
us
Grandma."
grandparents get the loving when we can, because it's short-lived.
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't get like straight armed out of the way. Just
Well, she's less than 2 years old. She can't straight arm me yet.
She could in the nuts.
yes, she can.
She's right at nut height.
Dude, I've been whacked in the ball so many times by my own children.
Either they're going to hit you in the nuts or they're going to chop block
because
you.
they have no real control over their limbs, and they'll just flail away. And like if you come up behind one and say hey, and they turn, arms usually come up,
And ding! Oh!
ding, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna lay down here for a little bit. So it's happened more times than I care to remember.
Yeah, okay, I get your point, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun seeing them, and they were good for most of it. Unfortunately, just when we were leaving, my nephew decided to have a meltdown, but we're like, exit stage right.
It happens.
Yeah, it does.
You get a little overstimulated. And
Oh, exactly, overstimulated and out of routine. All that combined does it. So. Mm-hmm. Well, how was your holiday times?
Quiet, very quiet. It was I had to go to London, pick up Taryn and Hunter.
London. I thought she was in Sarnia.
No, she moved out,
Right.
and then she moved back here for a little bit.
But I thought she went back to Sarnia.
No, she went to London
my
because
mistake.
Hunter's in school in London.
Okay.
So she transferred to one of the staples in London.
Okay.
And they've been there for about a year now.
That's his Taryn's girlfriend, or who's Hunter?
No, Hunter, the boyfriend.
Oh, the boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah. So Taryn's girlfriend in Sarnia, they broke up. That's why I ended up getting a daughter and 2 cats back for
Oh,
two cats.
okay. Okay, I was wondering because I knew she had a girlfriend. I
You
didn't know.
send away the daughter and come back with 2 cats.
2, yeah. That's just like, okay, yeah, we got two new cats. I'm going like, no. When it first broke down, we're going, yeah, Taryn's probably coming back, and I'm going like, where are the cats going? Well, they're probably gonna stay there. I'm going, bullshit. Those cats are coming into my house.
You knew as well
I
as your
knew
own
exactly what was gonna happen. So
Yeah, you knew as well as your own
It's
name.
time to sleep with one eye open.
damn cats.
Evil. They'll smother you in your sleep.
They
They'll
will
slit your throat.
Bite you.
Evil. Evil.
Lies.
Nope.
And you had the wrong cats.
Well, that
I'm allergic.
Cats will kill him like legit.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's
Not quite that bad, but not far
Come
off.
on, man! Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
I'll get choked up and all
Oh,
sinusy
you're just
and shit.
just an emotional wreck at the most
that
of the
too.
time. Yeah, so.
That too, yeah.
But no, it's I just got back, and my cat first gave me the cold shoulder. Then she wasn't shutting up. She was meowing at me like, "Oh, you're finally back," and this and that and the other.
Somebody give me food.
Oh, she had her food and everything else. It was just she was just happy I was back and going nuts.
There you go. No,
That's why they're not evil.
yeah. So picked up Taryn the night before. Did open up presents here. And then went over to my brother's house for a couple hours.
Okay.
And then it's just been nothing.
Just drinking and enjoying yourself.
Just not doing a damn. I've been watching the hell out of Letterkenny and catching up with that. I've been also watching the Witcher series on Netflix.
How's that been?
I have no idea what the lore of the Witcher is. And
The weird thing is, it's based on the books
Yeah.
I
didn't even know it was a book.
It's technically the series, as I understand it. I didn't even know that either.
Yeah.
But the series is essentially a prequel to Witcher 3. But it's some prequel-ish to it.
Because, well, if you ever want to get into some great RPG games, I haven't played them myself, but I've read a bunch about them. Let's put it this way. Witcher 3 was the game, and then when they put out a DLC, most people said the best DLC you could ever get, because usually when you get a DLC, you're spending $10 getting a little extra content. From what I heard, you spend $10, you pretty much got another game. Wow. I was like...
Well, I know the boys played Witcher all the time, and I asked Parker, I go, is the game, or is the show like the TV? He goes, real close. And then he kind of broke down what Witchers were, and I went, oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
So they're a hunter of the supernatural?
Yeah, pretty much.
When we recorded Madhouse last week, Rob was bringing up comparisons, because he'd watched it like day one, watched all 8 episodes, slammed it down. And he brought up comparisons of the character from the video game and Cable, and wow.
Really?
Cable put in the work. So he's also a big fan. He's played the game like 5 times or something like that.
So
he's a fan.
So he'll know all the mannerisms and all that. The big thing.
Well, Cavill was jacked for that show. He put on.
He was already well built.
I think somebody posted a picture of Cavill as Superman at like 170 pounds, and then they showed a side by side of him at 195 pounds
as for the Witcher series.
For the Witcher series, and he is massive.
The big thing is that's the best thing, and when a lot of the best ones you get for acting and for acting the characters and understanding is the ones that love the character and love going with it. For example, who is there anybody out on this planet that can nail Deadpool like Ryan Reynolds did?
No.
Like, there's nobody, because he loved Deadpool all the time. Yep. He knows Deadpool.
It took him 11 years to get that first Deadpool movie.
He also had to make that sacrifice for Wolverine Origins of being that air quote Deadpool in that movie to ensure he got that spot.
Here's an interesting thing though. You know that guy that they're called the Wade Wilson guy that had his mouth is shut and all that. Yeah. That wasn't Ryan Reynolds.
No, that was Scott Adkins.
Yeah, because Ryan Reynolds said, "No, I ain't doing this."
Yeah.
So that was Scott Adkins. He's a known stuntman, martial artist. He's also starred in his own films here and there, but. Yeah, I knew.
Yeah, you wouldn't really need Ryan Reynolds for what that guy did.
As soon as you close his mouth, Reynolds is out.
Exactly.
But it's hilarious.
That reminds me, they did announce on Friday, Deadpool 3 is happening. It's in the MCU.
Really?
Yes.
Is it going to be R?
As far as we know, they're going to keep it R. They'd be stupid to change it.
Yep.
Yeah, and they know this. So Deadpool 3 is happening. That kind of bothers me one slight bit, because I could have swore Reynolds himself said he didn't really want to do Deadpool 3. He wanted to start focusing on X-Force. Now, Deadpool 3 will probably be more X-Force anyways, because we're probably still going to have Cable and Domino involved and so on. But it's going to be Deadpool 3. Not X-Force.
But here's the other thing: they could set that up to make into they could use Deadpool 3 as a launch pad to do Deadpool, but also to completely tie up any loose ends or really get the story going to lead into X-Force. And also, the other thing is Marvel could went, I want X-Force. No, we're gonna do Deadpool 3. Then I'm not doing it. Beep beep.
Well, pretty much. Here's the thing:
money.
When it comes to making that movie, what's going to draw? Deadpool 3 or X-Force?
Deadpool's still there.
But when you...
Yeah, name recognition alone,
we know what it is.
Name recognition is what's going to work.
The casual fan is not going to go, X what? Oh, it's another one of those stupid X-Men movies.
Yeah.
And then they won't go.
There was, of course, internet went crazy when the news was out there. There was a great tweet from somebody who has a theory that Deadpool 3 should be a version of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, where it's just Deadpool hopping around, killing off all the Fox versions of the X-Men characters and whatnot, just to clear the path for the new MCU versions.
Oh, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
Yep. But there's. Oh gosh, that would.
I'm down.
Tyler Maine will get another shot at the silver screen.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But again, we're not going to get Jackman. Jackman won't do it. As much as Reynolds bugs him, Jackman won't do it.
Okay, Jackman won't do it, but somebody threw up a theory or their wish list as to who could play the next Wolverine. Jared Keeso.
Fuck yes.
Yep. So
Give me some.
Letterkenny.
Okay.
Wayne.
Oh, Wayne.
Wayne
okay.
from Letterkenny.
Yep.
He's also been in Elysium with Charlotte Copley. He's been on
he's
a cop TV show for a while.
Yeah.
I think it's 19.2 or something like that.
probably.
What else did I say that I saw him in? I can't remember. He's been around.
But here's my whole question, though. That is some absolutely massive shoes to fill.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Just like for example, who was like whoever, if they ever tried to reboot and bring and have somebody besides Robert Downey Jr. being Iron Man, good flippin' luck.
No.
They're gonna have to go in a different. They're gonna have to go in the Ironheart direction.
That's the rumor.
Or what was
War Machine.
War Machine, Pepper Potts.
She was Rescue.
So you're gonna get like Ironheart and Rescue. I bet.
Something like that. Maybe.
Because there is one other thing that they really wanted to, but I don't see them going because they have War Machine as their own separate. Is the War Machine has donned Iron Man's armor and been Iron Man before?
Yep.
So
But
in
also,
comic book canon too.
yeah,
So,
exactly. That's what I'm talking.
But also, if you remember the funeral in Endgame, there was that one person.
Oh, the kid.
It was the kid from Iron Man 3. 3.
Oh yeah, okay.
The latchkey kid that he jacked up his garage. That kid was at the funeral.
He's going to be probably their new one.
The rumor is that might be why he was there.
Because there was no real reason for him to be there other than
His connection with Tony, but
okay, his connection with Tony is that's fine, but there's a lot of people that had a connection to Tony that weren't at that funeral.
Yep.
The only reason they bring that kid in there and point the camera at him directly is he's not done acting in those movies.
probably not.
So
He's my guess as to he's going to be the next one to put on iron armor of some type.
Because the big thing is Pepper, she was Rescue, and her whole thing was she was not a offensive person.
No, he designed her suit to be support.
completely defensive.
Not completely, but mostly.
Well, in the comic books, there was because in one of the books I was reading, Osborn, the Green Goblin, he took over S.H.I.E.L.D. He was trying to collect all the armors.
That was Civil War II or something like that, wasn't it?
Something
or
like
Secret
that.
War or something.
Yeah, Tony. And he went after Pepper Potts in the rescue armor, and they scanned it, and they said there's not a single offensive weapon capability on the rescue armor. It gives off no heat. There's no repulsors. There's no offensive capability.
But then she can't fly then because it was repulsor technology is what they were using for flying.
The repulsors aren't technically offensive weapons. They're meant for flight and stability.
Right.
But you can use them as offense. You've seen what he did.
Yeah. But see, when Tony built that, he had Osborn in mind when he built Rescue, so he could get around with Osborn trying to get all the offensive capabilities of the Iron Man armor, because Tony knew Osborn was going to catch Pepper. So when she was in her rescue armor, there's nothing in it that would be considered offensive.
Okay, so he couldn't get the technology.
Right. Excuse me.
Because because that's the armors that he makes are absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iron Man 3, we saw that.
Oh,
the house party protocol.
Yep.
Yeah. Yet the next movie, he hasn't released another armor.
Oh yeah, he just started over. He flat out said that. When he goes back and he grabs what few things he can salvage from the wreckage of his house.
Yep.
And he said he was going to start over. He had the thing removed.
The arc reactor.
He finally had the shards removed.
Yes.
They show that surgery where they had like a big magnet thing.
Yep.
And
Well, he said the arc reactor in his heart was what was holding the shards in place.
right.
Then he figured out how to make that magnet. And then as soon as all the shards were removed from his body, unplugged.
And then that's because that became a point in Infinity War.
Yes.
So why did you do that again? Because he'd put one back into his chest again.
Yeah.
Because he still has this gaping hole in his chest. That's not just gonna fill in.
Not easily.
No.
Maybe a little spray foam.
That worked.
That would work.
Just some fiberglass insulation.
Fine. It's fine.
God.
It's fine.
It's itchy. It's so itchy.
No doubt.
I didn't think this through.
Oh yeah, Tony Stark not thinking something through. I don't think that would happen.
Yeah. So, okay. New Year, boys. Resolution time. Got any?
Oh, I've got a bunch. Well, maybe not a
Brent?
bunch, but
You just started thinking about resolution now that I brought it up?
Yeah, exactly. Because I have not had anything. Probably just to try to keep my my mental state in more of a positive attitude and try to enjoy stuff more and maybe pick up another a hobby.
Okay. Like what?
I've been bugging you for that for a while.
That's the whole thing. I have not been able to figure a hobby yet. That's my whole
Because
problem.
all he does is work, and then he goes home, you play a little bit of video games, and then you sleep.
Yeah, because I've been working 56 hours a week for 4 months.
Yeah, that is not good.
He needs to make time, and that's not easy when you've been in the schedule that you've kept for so long. But he doesn't know what he wants. We've had lengthy discussions about this. So
Now, what would be something that's had interest in the past that you've let fall off?
Magic Gathering's fun, but the problem is it gets way too expensive way too fast.
Yes. And if you want to be competitive, you have to be like constantly buying.
Exactly,
And-
way too expensive.
when I was still on the floor at work, I sat in a row where there was like 4 guys that were hardcore. I had to listen to them talk about that stuff all the time, and it really got to be too much.
Yeah.
And I like Magic the Gathering, but
Not
when
that
all
much.
you're listening to is just listen to them talk, oh, I did this, I have this in my deck, and this, and oh, I've got a line on getting this card, and this card, and this card, and it's going to make my deck unstoppable, blah, 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 blah. Shut up.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Brent,
Yeah.
for you're the part of your mental health regime, have you considered an exercise regime as well?
I've been thinking about it. It would be nice to get one. I wouldn't going to a gym, maybe not that, but doing something at home probably, because just the time factor. If I have it at home, I can do that as soon as I get home.
You need to get yourself a Peloton.
Those are like $5,000.
I know. All it is an exercise bike with an iPad strapped to it.
Pretty much.
Because it has like internet capability so that you're 24/7. There are classes on that, or you can just pick a class that's pre-recorded and follow it. But you can just you're on this bike and you're basically doing a spin class from your home with people on the internet.
And some dude on your screen yelling at you like you'd be there in person, but
Yep.
Nice.
you pay for the privilege of having them in your living room screaming at you.
So whatever you do, don't buy one for your wife for Christmas because the internet will lose its shit. Especially if your wife is already like in good shape.
Yeah.
You didn't hear about that controversy? No. Yeah, they made a commercial where a husband bought his wife a Peloton for Christmas. She was in good shape. And the internet lost their minds. Oh, why's he going to buy it? Oh, she's got to look good for him. She's got to get herself healthy for him. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Oh, the feminists.
Yes, she does.
No, that did lead to her getting another gig because Ryan Reynolds felt bad for her, and he got her a gig as in a commercial for Aviation Gin.
Mrs. McMurray.
I just think it's funny that
she should be doing ads for Aviation Gin.
I just think it's hilarious that that's the thing. Everybody gets so offended and so upset so easily. It's just hilarious.
Yep.
That's I don't know.
We were just talking when we stopped at 7-Eleven, and it's like, yeah, because I've seen the meme many times. How does a generation that was raised on Simpsons, Family Guy, and the South Park get so offended by everything?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that boggles my mind.
Yeah. No, for your home workout,
Yeah.
it would be go to Canadian Tire, grab some of those puzzle mats, put them down on the floor, and make a section of your house your workout area. Because that's what I've done with my dining room. I do some workouts there. I'm gonna start doing yoga, because the benefits of yoga are just apparent. And
DDP yoga?
no. Mags does a yoga program. She finds them on YouTube, so I'm gonna have her teach me how to do yoga. So
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about yoga, more than just your flexibility and your breathing and that.
it makes you strong, because holding some of those positions is not easy, because I've done a couple yoga classes in the past, and
You start working muscles that are deep under and stuff.
and like you wake up the next morning, it's like, ow, that's new. And
Exactly.
Years ago, when I was on one of my kicks and I was doing like this Biggest Loser thing,
Yeah.
a local Biggest Loser thing, we did a workout once where it really did a lot of ab work and exercises that I've never done before that, and I've never done them since. The next day, my abs hurt so bad.
yeah.
Because I don't work this.
Well, it's because it's not something that you do every day or every other day. If you do it once hard, you wake up the next morning and the next morning and then the next morning, because it hurts for 3 days afterwards. And I notice that if I do like a heavy leg day, like especially with squats or something like that, if I go too hard, I can wake up the next morning, I don't feel bad. It's the day after that's when it sets in, and I'm pretty much crippled for the rest of the week as my legs heal up.
Yep.
Been there many times.
Yeah, it's just
John Wilson.
John Wilson. Yeah.
He's got all go, no quit, just full gear.
Yeah, he.
Never mind that I haven't set foot in the gym in 2 years or more.
You're with me now. God damn it!
Isn't he the military guy that just like in superb shape?
Not right now.
No.
He's actually just talking to him the other day. He's got extensive nerve damage in his back, and he's hurt pretty bad right now.
How'd that happen?
Military life, man.
But when he went in, he was already like, what, 30 or close to 30?
Yeah.
And he was keeping up or surpassing the little 18-year-olds.
So he's got 12 years on some of these kids coming in, and he's whipping their ass in basic. And he's done it before. And when he went back in, he like said, his instructors are going like, wait a minute, you're doing everything right. He goes, yeah, I know.
Oh, he left the military and came back and had to do basic again?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was in for a little bit before he was at Navistar.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then he went back in and they were like, huh?
Yeah, that's about it.
That's
Just when you thought you were out, they pulled you back in.
Well, I don't think they pulled him back in so much as he goes like, I need a job. And
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly how it happened. I remember.
I need a job and military pays well.
you get to go to far off exotic places and kill people. Well, not so much John. Not with his job. He was
an electrician, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, he did a lot of weapons maintenance and stuff like that. He was telling me the one story is he got this one rifle. There was an AK or something from one of the Afghani guys that was working. He goes, by the looks of it, the guy was like down on one knee, and he took his gun and he put it down on the ground to push himself up to get back on his feet. Well, he pushed the barrel of the gun into the dirt. He said it probably like packed it in like an inch, 2 inches.
Oh, jeez.
Then he brings the gun up and he shoots it. and it just goes bam. The barrel explodes. So John gets the gun. They go, fix it. It's his favorite gun. He was like, fix what? It's a pile of junk. There's nothing here.
So it's beyond just replacing the whole barrel?
Replacing the barrel and making sure it worked.
Should have just grabbed him a fresh one off the shelf,
Here, try this.
rubbed it in some dirt. There you go.
Well, he was talking about
Good as new.
Yeah. Good luck with that. They were talking about making rifle stocks, like AK stocks, out of 2x4s. So they shape the end where it connects to the body of the rifle, and basically it's like a hunk of 2x4 is now the butt stock.
Okay, how would that differ from a regular?
It's a 2x4.
It's not shaped. Was not originally meant for it.
So basically, they're just whipping shit together to get these weapons back out.
Jury rigging.
Pretty much. So
they never fix them right.
Yep. He was telling me some stories about some of the stuff that was going on. I didn't even realize he was in Afghanistan because I knew he was leaving. Me and Scamahorn made him up a care package to go over. I was talking one day. I messengered him on Facebook. I go, hey, buddy, how's it going? He goes, oh, not bad. We're just kind of getting everything all squared away. And I said, oh, we're getting ready to go to a welcome barbecue. Oh, no, cool. He said, have a beer for me. He goes, oh, we can't do that. I go, what do you mean you can't have a beer? I said, it's a dry country. I went, holy fuck, you're in Afghanistan right now? He goes, yeah. He goes, oh, all right, okay, I'll have a beer for you then. He goes, good.
Oh, gosh, yeah. When combat's around the corner, they have to get the things fixed as quick as possible, huh?
Yeah. But
damn.
So, what about your resolutions?
Try to get healthy. That's the number one.
Okay.
That's the number one. And got to get out of my funk and start doing the things I keep talking that I want to do.
Okay. Like?
You know, like the puppet show vlog karaoke thing.
Okay.
That I've been teasing for 4 months now.
Yeah.
I got to get that moving. I want to try and do more theater stuff if the opportunities arise.
Yeah.
Going to be looking at other options there.
Theater Kent, that would be the most obvious.
Well, yeah. I just don't know if they do anything like more than once a year kind of thing. Studio Black only does one major project a year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Theater Kent does anything quicker than that. But I do want to try and do more of that. Keep the podcast going, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep the review articles, which I do have my special project for the online articles that I got to start working on.
Are you doing the
Kevin retrospective?
Yes.
That's
the one?
That's the one.
Attaboy.
I'm going to do my review of every Kevin Smith film.
And the other thing you're going to have to do, and when you do that, you're going to have to have you're going to have to build a shrine next to the television.
That's coming. The shrine is coming.
And then you can worship to it.
Gotta get that record signed, and that's going to be another totem, if you will, on the shrine of Kevin.
Well, that's what the whole thing. That's what I think. What I think to get his attention is you got to build the shrine, and build the shrine ahead of time. Get a big billboard. Get a big picture of it. Take the picture so when you go out there, you can hold the billboard up of the shrine.
That's a little excessive, and I'll probably get punched by the people sitting behind us.
Most definitely.
But I plan. My plan is for a few weeks before the show, I'm going to start tweeting at Kevin on the regular, just to get his attention. Let him know, hey, I'm coming to the Toronto show. I'm going to have this album to be signed, and then when we're at the show, I'm going to hold just the album up above my head, like John Cusack can say anything, and hopefully that does the job. Yeah. I'm sure it will.
It couldn't hurt.
No.
I honestly think you should have the shrine and tweet him the picture of the shrine.
If I had a spot to actually build the full shrine right now, I would. But what about Xander? I don't have room.
All you gotta do. This is the shrine that I have. The majority of the time, the stuff up there is not the stuff that's usually up there. So the stuff that I have a built-in bookcase in my bedroom where my real shrine altar stuff is. But this, all I need is like a bookcase.
That's another thing. That's something Chris and I have been talking about. Starting to clear out stuff. So I have a
Purging
bookshelf.
is the greatest thing ever.
It's just not easy. I am a hoarder. I will admit that.
Yeah.
But I have a bookshelf in my bedroom that I should clear out, and I could probably make my shrine on that bookshelf. I just have to go through that.
Only a shelf. I thought it would be like you had enough stuff to be able like a whole room to be a shrine.
No, we're not there yet. Not a whole room. No.
I'm glad you said yet.
Essentially 3 things that can be hung on walls, and then I have a few DVDs and books because I got a new Kevin book for Christmas.
How is that one?
I've only read about 30 pages in so far, but it's like I can hear him telling these stories.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's just that. This is I can't remember what it's called now.
View Askew board?
But it's his View Askew diary that he did back in 2005.
Oh, okay.
They collected that into a book.
Wow, okay, that's cool.
Somebody asked him about his regular day, and he answered that. And then he said, "You know what? I'm going to do this." So I think it covers a full year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Of diary entries.
Have you thought about journaling?
Myself?
Both of you.
I've thought about it, but to me, it's kind of like the vlog thing. I just don't think it's worthwhile.
No?
Nah.
Okay.
There really is nothing interesting going on my regular day-to-day.
Okay. Brent?
Maybe. Do occasionally have some interesting things go on because of my shop, and we always are constantly turning stuff over. Like, I'm kind of hoping that we don't end up, he doesn't say yes to this job, because right now it finally looks like we're slowing down to normal hours. If he says yes to 1 or 2 of these jobs that I was hearing about, it'll be pink back to 56 in record time. And I'm like, no, slow down would be nice. How do you kill which has no life?
Well, apparently they came close.
Work
You had
will
your
do
issues a few months ago.
Oh, yes, when I went by the breakdown, I was like, that's enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta protect yourself.
Oh,
And they have to understand that.
they have, and that's why
Well, I even told you that. I said, we were talking to you on Messenger that one day.
Yeah.
I go, call in sick. Just take a fucking weekend and fucking go.
That's why what's great right now is that I've been off since.
Yeah, call in sick on January 8th.
We already discussed this.
That was shot at him.
No, what the big thing for me is great is that I've been off since the 23rd, and
Nice.
I am not. We don't go back to the 2nd.
Nice.
I think that was really. I think our boss deliberately did that because he wanted to make sure that he got all of us
Back.
back energized and sane, because our one welder, she was like, I'm looking forward to this, and she's the one that usually never wants to turn down time. I was like,
What?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I'm like, yeah. She's
Who are you and where'd you put the pod?
Yeah. Well, I've been off since the 23rd as well, and I don't go back until the 6th. So I'm
It's okay.
I gotta work tomorrow, damn it.
See, that's what you get for having a white collar job.
Yeah.
Us blue collar monkeys get all this sweet time off.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, like-
but I'm not complaining.
You just did.
I'm
just
not
did
complaining.
complain.
I love my job. I love my schedule particularly.
Yeah, well.
So I'll take it.
Yeah, no, like what happened was we worked like a half day on the 23rd. And then we had there was like he actually had turkey, like a lot of turkey, chicken. He actually cooked chicken himself, and he has like a sauce that his brother brings. We each got like half to a full chicken and
Nice.
had salad and all the other things. It was a whole good meal, so it was great.
My first year at Meritor, it was right around Christmas time. It wasn't shutdown time yet, but it was getting close to it. They shut the entire place down for lunch, and they had us all come in off the floor. They shut down lines that do not shut off.
Wow.
And they had everybody come in, and they had a catered turkey,
Wow.
full fixings Christmas dinner.
Wow.
Happened once. And then it was like, too bad. So
Because I'm guessing they probably found that getting everybody back to work and then nobody was running at full speed after a full
Well,
meal like that.
Possibly,
It was
but
just too counterproductive.
nah, like everybody there knows what they have to do.
Sure.
But you just look at it and was like, I think they went cheap
Okay.
because from that point on, they started handing out utility turkeys. So you would get like a turkey missing a
I
wing.
can't remember where I worked at, but there was one place I worked at that did that one year.
Yeah. So after a while, the turkeys went away. Now it became a $25 gift card to Shinkles, one of the local meat markets. That happened. And then they didn't come to you. You had to go to them to get your. They wouldn't walk around, hey, Merry Christmas, here's this. You had to go meet HR in the front hallway.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because they're trying to do whatever you can do to save money.
Yeah. So this year, they didn't even bother to do the Shinkles gift cards. Everybody just got $25 Tim Hortons cards. So I look at my boss, my supervisor. I go, you're impelling me to leave the plant to go use my gift card. You're not allowed to leave the plant without swiping out, but you just gave me a gift card to Tim Hortons. Now I want coffee. You're impelling me. You're making me want to go. Well, you can't go. I said, but it's your... What was that?
Ghosts?
Ghost.
Not that.
That's a squeaky chair.
I don't know.
Is there a cat over there?
I don't see one.
Must be Sneaky Cat.
Probably stalking me.
Probably. That's weird.
Sitting sideways now.
Well,
Oh no! As you were saying, yeah, they were compelling you to want to leave the plant.
I was just grinding his gears because I wasn't going to leave anyways, but I just wanted to make his life miserable as long as I could until he got tired of listening to me yammer at him and just walk away. So,
Is that a nice fun pastime of yours out there?
fuck yes. If I can go out there and I can make my shift supervisors' lives that much more difficult for 5 minutes, I'll go out of my way to find them.
Do a lot of you guys do that?
All of us. Every single one of us.
I think it's that. Didn't you say you learned that in day one training?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's day one.
Here's your health and safety, and don't forget to do this.
Yeah. I said, you don't need this health and safety crap, but go out, find a supervisor, and just... You're really spooked over there, aren't you?
Kind of creeped me out.
What did
I
it
don't
sound
know
like?
what it was.
What did it sound like?
Like something fell.
Yeah, but it's okay. There's I think cat food down there.
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like a bunch of that running down, like it was pouring out of something.
Huh.
I don't know.
That's weird. Maybe it is ghosts. Or a raccoon.
Raccoon, trash panda.
Trash panda.
The raccoon. Your cow kicked the raccoon's ass.
I don't know. This cat is getting a little long in the tooth, so his scrapping days are
What?
probably
It's
over.
a raccoon? Ah, fuck it.
Yeah, I've seen one of those.
No, all of a sudden you'll see the cat go, crouching tiger, hidden cat. Come on, the raccoon coming down. All of a sudden you'll see the cat come just.
The raccoon or the cat goes to jump on the raccoon and my back.
Shaking his cane at him.
Come back here, you little whippersnapper.
So what other resolutions?
Those are the main ones for me.
So health.
Health and ambition. That's the biggest things.
Yeah, that's about similar
Work
to
on my
mine.
health, work on my ambitions. That's my main goal.
Well,
Speaking,
and then my quest for February 1st to get my Jay and Silent Bob album signed.
which you will. It will
my
happen.
quest.
It will happen because you will sell your soul for it.
Pretty much.
if you rush the stage,
No. Because I'll probably get smacked by security and arrested.
fortune favors the bold, my friend.
Oh, okay. You're getting me hyped up already.
I know.
Save it. Save it. Save it for that day, man.
Well, one of the ambitions I kind of want to get is because I am looking forward to it because I started like playing that when I played that Xbox game Knights of the Old Republic. I eventually want to run a Star Wars game with you guys and go something off that, which means I gotta start reading up on that book.
Read on.
Yeah.
Tell them what you got for Christmas, you spoiled baby.
Oh,
What'd you get for Christmas, you spoiled baby?
I got my parents and my sister and my brother-in-law got me a PS4.
Oh,
And it has they had Last of Us Remastered, God of War 4, and Horizon. The 1 terabyte. So
spoiled brat.
Yep.
yeah, I was
Get a beer.
I was just trying to make you feel better.
No, that's not going to console me. It's not going to help.
Here.
Hugs don't fill the hole left with that I don't have a PS4. Okay.
I have a PS4 shaped hole in my chest that needs filling.
Exactly.
Is that what it is?
You got,
Exactly.
Get the spray foam.
Oh, that's the title of this episode too.
Spray foam.
Get the spray foam.
Nice. Oh, damn. Out of
good.
nowhere.
Well done, Brent.
Thank you.
well done.
Bravo, sir.
Excellent.
Thank you. I occasionally get a good one in there.
I think
once
we
in a while.
peaked. Okay.
It's all down here from now, folks.
Yeah, we jumped the shark.
45 minutes in, we're done.
Jumped the shark. Crap.
It was a big ass shark.
Oh. Jumping to a different subject, I wanted to know the mammoth. The mammoth imperial stout. What was that? One of the best beers you've ever had?
Yes. I obviously I really dig it.
Oh yeah.
So Jason, okay, I gave him one last night.
Yeah.
But Jason is admitted non-beer guy.
Yeah.
Many times over. That's well documented.
Yeah. So that Mammoth Imperial Stout from Sons of Kent. Come on, Alfie and Doug, sponsor us. I really like it. This year's batch was aged in Maker Mark bourbon barrels.
Yep, I remember hearing about bourbon barrels.
And every year, like when that came out last year, it was just like, I don't know what's going on, because they did a teaser leading up to it where they showed a picture of the label. I was like, what's this all about? And then it was kind of coming on the heels of the Scotch Ale.
Yeah.
I think Scotch Ale is now 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, another strong dark winter beer.
You know what I keep forgetting that Sons of Kent hasn't been around that long.
No.
But they're nailing it. They're hitting them out of the park right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say the Sons have been around. This will be maybe their 5th year.
Maybe. And
And they've only had the location for like 2, I think.
No, they've always been there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
they've always been
Okay.
there. They love that place. That place was actually, I talked to one of the guys, and it was the best location for them because all they had to, because there was so much open space.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All they had to do was just fill in where the down where for the seats, fill that in. They had that
it was
large,
the old Cinema 6.
and all that open space. They love it. But yeah, I love the vanilla oak, the bourbon flavor. It just all came together.
Yep.
It was like the 23rd or the 24th, or actually no, it was last weekend. So, but myself, my dad, and my cousin's husband, we each cracked one open and had it, and it was just, the first sip was just like a jaw drop. It was just a wow. Like all you could say was wow. I've
had strong dark beer before, and it's tasted just
awful,
like ass.
Yep.
Just, it's a brutal. This stuff though, this Mammoth, so smooth right out of the first sip.
Like I said, when I tried it last night, it has an interesting, like, fruitiness is the best way I can describe it. I could probably drink it more, and I'd probably like it more if it was fully chilled, like really cold.
Yeah.
It would probably go down better. Just doesn't quite work for me. But again, I'm not much of a beer drinker.
I respect that. It blew. All three of us were beer drinkers. Here's the thing: my mom's not a beer drinker. She only likes Kronenberg Rude, which is like a poppy, you know what that is? Like it's like almost like a pop beer. Well, this one, she took a sip of this. She actually really liked it and then she actually wanted a couple more sips from my dad's because she liked it. She goes, I've had Guinness before, but the aftertaste just I couldn't stand it. But this doesn't have that aftertaste.
There was one. I don't know if you got any of the stuff. It was called the Black Oyster Stout.
Never got a chance to, no.
That was a really interesting beer because they used oysters in the process of making it, and it had a salt water, and you could actually taste kind of like the saltiness of the oyster in the beer. I like the first time I read the label, I was just like, I don't know about that. That seems kind of
sounds disgusting to me.
It sounded unique to me.
That was the stuff. Remember, I poured it out. We were doing that one show, and like it was so black you could not see light through the glass. I held it up to the light.
Wow.
And it was so black you could not see through this, but it was really, really good.
Black as night.
Yes.
But no, that's the thing. Like this stuff's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, and I knew it was going good because my dad was like the third person in there. He grabbed 8, and there was like about 12 or 14 people by the end of it. They had cleared the whole. It was filled up. They cleared the whole thing right out.
Oh, the cooler.
The cooler out like that.
Well, that was when the Mammoth was released. I went out and I grabbed some, and there was. Somebody had 8 sitting on the counter, and then one of the girls goes, "What do you have?" I said, "I'll have 8 of the Mammoth." And the dude saw me pointing at his beer. He comes over and goes, "You're not getting my beer." So I don't want your beer. They've got more. So
Yeah.
it was like dudes were getting really defensive over this stuff because
it's phenomenal.
I was there during the Great Beer War of 2019. Many lives were lost that day.
Yeah. But I got my
But we
beer.
got our beer, damn it.
Oh no, it was
Well, they only make maybe like 100 cases of it total, and it's just one of those ones where if you don't get it and you want it and you miss it, and you're like, fuck, because you have to wait until next winter.
That's why they are brilliant marketers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they know they have a quality product, high in demand, and they just do it in short runs.
Yep.
Drives up that demand,
Yep.
something fierce.
Well,
And they got such a following because of that. 'Cause
Oh,
how many different strands, if you will, I don't know what batches, I don't know what you call
strains.
it. Strains. I don't know. Like how many do they have like that where they come and go depending on the season?
Seasonal stuff, I would think they put out maybe two or 3 per season.
See, that's impressive.
They're constantly experimenting like with different types of beer and stuff like this. So with the Mammoth and the Scotch Ale, that's winter beer. And then, like I said, it's made from here to here. And this is the only window.
You
and
can
then,
get it, yeah.
Yeah, there's I think they have a couple spring beers.
Yeah, it's...
And there's definitely some summer ones that are more, I think it was like the Berry White.
Oh, that one. Thank you for bringing up
I've
the
heard
Berry.
a lot of people talk about that one.
Yeah.
The Berry White. Thank you for bringing that one up because that one, that one took off too. They actually, when in July, when me and my brother-in-law, we went there and we got a little bit of it. Said they finally had gotten caught back up because it took off so much more than they ever expected.
Yeah.
So they had to spend like a month just trying to catch back up to get it for what people wanted.
I know a few people that have mentioned the Berry White many times.
Very, very pink. It's a lot of raspberry in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not my favorite, but it's good. Like the only one that I ran across that Sun's made that I didn't like is the stuff that they aged in gin barrels. I'm not a gin drinker.
Oh, I think I tried some of that. I like that one, but I can understand if you're not a gin drinker, you're not gonna.
Yeah, because the one day we were in there and the gin stuff was there. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try it. And then I almost ordered a pint. If I don't like it, I've wasted it and I've got to power back a pint of this stuff that I don't like. So I got one of the flights.
Yep.
So just a little 6-ounce glass. I said, give me one of those. Give me a flight of those. One of those. And I'm glad I went that way because I was not a fan. It was just...
Yeah. The big thing is that's what I always suggest for people if they get into it and they're trying to get into the craft brews and trying different things is don't walk in and go, look at the craziest thing and say, "Give me a pint." No, a lot of these craft brewers deliberately they know that, so they go grab a flight. You could try 4 or whatnot, find out what you like, and then you could find out. Okay, I like that one. Give me a pint of that one. It's because
I will say I didn't mind that, but first time I went there with you.
Yeah, that was on my birthday.
Great. Yeah, no, I like that aspect. Yeah. Even though I don't have the taste buds for it, I could tell, okay, that one's stronger. Don't really care for that one. That one wasn't too bad. That one's lighter. It's when they start, this one's got a hint of coconut on it. It's still beer.
It's not bad. Well, okay, there's another one that they have called Space Heater. It's got
Space Heater?
Space Heater.
Made with real aliens?
No.
No.
But it's got like a chocolate vanilla wafer taste to
I
it.
know. I've had something similar to that before at a different place.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
really
Really?
good. Yeah.
There's actually, those the chocolate wafer cookies.
Yeah.
There's actually one. It's called Kraft Heads in Windsor. In that you've heard of it before?
I think I've heard of that. Yep.
Yeah, called chocolate peanut butter porter. And it is like my cousin put it back. It's like drinking a wafer cookie.
Oh, damn.
A small part of me is curious.
Well, if you guys ever get a chance, I'll be more than happy to show you where the place is, and you could try some of that. Or if I can track down a couple, if they have some bottles in there, I'll buy a couple and bring it so you guys can try
Very
it.
small part of me is curious.
Which is fine. You could even just try it. I could even just get a small glass. I could buy one, you try a small,
that
and
would
see
be
it.
the best route for me.
Yeah, no, it's
It definitely sounds like a road trip is
Yes.
in order.
Yes.
well. These guys they really like to experiment. They can have up to 26 to 28 taps going.
Wow.
Cow.
Yeah, they have to have A through Z.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I went to a craft brew in Sarnia called the Refined Fool.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and they had one. It had what was it? Habanero.
Yep, I've had a habanero one,
And
and that was unique.
It was unique and terrible all at the same time. Mm-hmm. But it was hot. I remember just getting a flight. So I got.
Is that the one Tobin got?
Yes.
And he's like, this ain't so bad.
Yeah.
But Tobin's a spice guy.
He's immune to heat.
So you're
He's
saying
not immune to it coming out the other end.
No.
But he's immune to it going in.
So the ingestion part of it, not a problem. It's just the exit is just like, whoo. that hurts.
you're talking like the spiciest wings he'll just eat and it won't bug him.
Yep.
Yeah. He grows his own peppers in his garden in the backyard. Squirrels won't even go in there.
He's made like spicy seasonings. He's made salsas and pepper jellies and stuff. He made what did he call that one seasoning?
Doom powder.
Doom powder. He's just like the tip of your fingernail amount in like a salsa is enough.
Yep.
But he's putting more than that on a single friggin' chip.
So
After he puts salsa on it.
He's a mutant.
He had a small teaspoon, and he flipped it over, and he scoops up a thing on the handle of the teaspoon, scoops up a little bit of the powder. He goes, see this? Yeah. Okay, this will kill you. He dumps it out, and he scoops up maybe like a quarter of it. He goes, see this? Yeah. He goes, that's all you need. He goes, want to know how I know that's too much?
Because he tried it himself.
He tried it himself. He goes, I was on the can for a straight day afterwards. So it just cleans everything straight out. So
if you're going for a colonoscopy, don't get that other stuff. Just have a scoop of this.
pretty much.
Has he ever managed to get any of the hot sauces from
Hot
Feast-
ones?
yeah, Hot Ones.
I
I know he's a big fan of that show, and I know he's checked their website, but I don't know if he's ever been able to get.
don't think he's ever gotten
because they
any
sell
yet.
out quick.
Yeah.
When they get more in stock, it sells out quick.
I think he would be one of the guys that puts the last dab.
Oh,
Like
he'd be
on
down
track.
at the fucking
Yeah.
bottom. What are you talking about?
That's great. Got any more? But it's just some of the stuff that he makes. What was that? He made Scotch bonnet jerky.
Oh, good.
Oh
God.
yes,
That one
Oh, it
day,
was good stuff.
it was so good.
Really tasty, but whoo.
It was fire.
Did it hurt you on the way out?
Oh, yeah.
It hurt every step of the way. But it was like,
It let you know it was there, huh?
Yep.
oh yeah, he'll tell you what is in everything that he makes with the biggest fucking grin on his face because he knows.
He's kind of daring you when he does it.
Okay, but we know
Yeah.
he's making this stuff, and we know his tolerance to heat. So he's pretty much, again, daring us by not daring us by saying those are the Scotch bonnet jerky. They might be a little hot for you. And it's like, well,
They might be
yeah,
a little
well,
hot.
Fuck you, Tobin. Nom nom nom.
Fire shooting out of your nose, out of your ears.
Fuck you, Shorzy.
Yeah, and man, let me guess, every time you regret it.
There's never any regrets.
There's no regrets.
No regrets.
No, it's just
No.
one of those things where we aren't going out to hurt each other on purpose. No. It's just sometimes it happens. So
The key with his stuff, though, is it's always tasty.
Yep, I know
It has
that.
good flavor. There are hot sauces out there, and I've experienced like at different restaurants and whatnot, where it's just heat for heat's sake, and there's no flavor, or it does
just
not taste
pain.
good.
Yeah.
It's just pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
That show Hot Ones, it's always like number 8 on their lineup is Da Bomb. One of the hottest ones out there. It's number 8, but it tastes like shit.
It's just like licking lava.
Are you familiar with Alton Brown, the cooking show personality? He's done like the show Good Eats.
No,
he was
but-
the host of like Iron Chef America.
But the big thing is when you're talking about the note that is years ago, back in my early 20s, so about like 10 years ago, me and Mike was I took teriyaki sauce and proceeded to baste his piece of pizza. He goes, I gotta pay you back. Well, thankfully they did not find the place called Tastes that day after when I had stirred the chili, because the following day he made another batch of chili. We found Tastes. Low end is like your jalapeno sauce and whatnot, Tabasco, Frank Red Hot.
Nope.
High end, you have to sign a waiver.
I've been at a place that had that.
You have to sign a waiver to get these hot sauces. But the one thing was awesome is the lady had a fridge. Had all fridge and had toothpick and everything, and she knew what she goes. This one's just pure heat. This one's heat with a lot of flavor with this, and she just started pointing out to these other people because she was helping another customer, and she was just naming off all what each one, the flavors and everything. So I understand what you're talking about with just pure heat or heat with flavor.
Well, that Alton Brown guy I mentioned, he did Hot Ones once. And as they're going, he didn't flinch to any of the heat, as I recall, but he was ranking them by flavor. He was taking them out of order and re-ranking them as in by flavor as they went. And it was when he got to the bomb, he just took it and threw it in the garbage. Wasn't even worth being on that table because it tasted so bad.
Friends of mine have a vial of pure capsicum.
And that's like one drop is all you
Yeah, so they'll make a pot of chili.
Yep.
And this vial of capsicum is so volatile. It's in a Ziploc bag, so you can't accidentally touch it.
Thank God.
The eyedropper thing has broken down. Like the rubber in it has started to break down because of the chemicals in the capsicum.
Yep.
So they'll take it out. They wear gloves.
Oh, it better.
So and they'll take it. They'll go to.
I'm picturing a lab where they have the big plastic case and you got the rubber hands going through the holes. That's what I'm picturing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like
That's
it's
how they were doing it.
radioactive.
So
borderline.
they'll put the like 2 drops of the capsicum in a pot of chili, give it a stir, and they say that's good. And I believe
They
now.
pull the spoon out, the spoon's melted, like in that old Bugs Bunny cartoon.
That's good.
But
Oh, yeah.
I can remember when I was a kid, I had to be like 8, 10-ish, somewhere around there. My parents were gone for like a week. They went on a vacation somewhere. And this lady, Rosemary, she was kind of a big sister like to me. She worked with my mom and stuff. She was taking care of me. And
So you were like her baby?
kind of, sort of.
Rosemary's baby?
Boo!
What are you talking about?
Boo! She's a nice lady. I missed her, actually. I haven't seen her in a very, very long time. And we were pretty close. Anyways,
You're not that close. You haven't gone look
she
for her.
surprised me when they were gone, or while my parents were gone. We went to and stayed at her aunt's place in Wallaceburg, I think, for a night.
Yep.
And they made spaghetti. And they had put 2 little chili peppers of some type. I don't know what kind they were, but they were little.
The little red bastards?
Yeah, little tiny things.
Yep.
They had put 2 of them in this pot of spaghetti. And I was just starting to know spicy and whatnot at this point. So they scoop it out and in the bowl, and so I'm eating, and I get near the bottom. There's one of the peppers. And they're like, you don't want to eat that. I said, why? What's the problem?
Down the hatch?
Down the hatch.
Attaboy.
Down it went.
For how long?
It stayed down.
Okay.
It stayed down. It was a rough 20 minutes. Once it passed, I felt warm for the rest of the night.
No doubt.
And the next morning, it hurt coming out. And then we went to Boblo.
Oh,
To Boblo Island. I don't know if you remember
I know.
Boblo
I'm
Island.
very little bit of it, but I do.
We went to Boblo Island. Oh, I had a great day. It was a lot of fun, but I saw the inside of the Boblo bathrooms a few times.
Were you screaming?
No, there was no screaming involved, but there was a lot of sweating and just get it done, get it out.
Yeah.
You know.
Lots of discomfort.
Bear down.
Yep.
I mean, you're coming in hot.
Oof. No, it was coming out hot. Like lava.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
That was my first really spicy experience. That just popped back in my head.
Yeah.
I haven't talked about that in so long.
I know I've told this story about me and my brother making chili for one of the Super Bowl parties.
Uh-oh.
I don't.
Oh,
think
no?
I've heard this story.
Oh, okay. So,
I don't remember you ever talking about making a chili at all.
This will
might
be.
not have been. Okay.
It might. This
So-
need to be good.
So my brother calls me up. He goes, "Hey, go to the grocery store, grab some peppers for the chili, jalapenos, like jalapenos or something." Okay. So I go over to Sobeys, and I grab a couple jalapenos, and I see these red and orange and yellow pumpkin little bastards sitting beside the jalapenos.
Scotch
So
bonnets.
I grab a couple of those, chuck
Are
them
there
in the
any
bag.
brown ones in there?
No.
I
But
guess that's the strongest ones.
yeah. So I grab those ones, we'll go over to my brother's place, and we chop up the jalapenos, throw it in the pot, stir the chili around, put the lid on it. We're sitting there, and he goes, "Oh, what about those ones?" I go, "I don't know what they are." I had no idea what they were.
Oh,
Scotch.
famous last words.
Scotch bonnets, and he doesn't know what they are. Uh-oh.
Didn't know what they were. So my brother goes, "Oh, we want to put them in?" Sure. So he grabs his electric chopper. He takes all 3, throws them in the electric chopper, chops them up, dumps them in.
Seeds and all.
Seeds and all.
You
everything.
deserve what you got.
Everything. The whole fucking shooting match. Throws everything into the pot, stirs it up, puts the lid on it. Go watch the first half of the Super Bowl.
Come back, the pot has melted.
Pretty much. So halftime
The pot was glowing on the stove.
halftime rolls around, we go to the kitchen, pull the lid off the pot. I was like, whoa! That smells kind of strong. Grab a bowl, dump in there, whew, take a sniff, it's like, wow. And okay.
There's the sinuses.
Clears the sinuses. All 3 of us go back into the living room, take just a big bite, and just it's instantly sweat and snot and tears and everything is just like, holy fuck. And I'm just like,
perfect.
what's going on here? My brother's buddy wipes his eye.
Oh no!
He just goes, ah! And he fucks up, runs to the bathroom. And he's trying to wash his eye out. And
Damn!
3 habanero peppers right into the
good
chip.
Lord!
I learned a lesson so fast. So that
Was it from that or from the beating you got after?
no, there was nobody could do anything about it. It was
Did you
just
finish the chili?
yeah.
Good boy.
Wasn't gonna let food go to waste.
Damn the torpedoes. You
right.
gotta power through this shit. You can't let it beat you. You have to beat it. So
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
Oh.
That and I watched that one guy wipe his eye and went, not doing that.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
that was a fun experience.
Damn.
You learn the pepper problems real fucking fast. So
I can remember my sister-in-law it was one of the first times she tried to make red pepper jelly.
oh okay.
So there's no real hot peppers involved. It's just like red peppers, right? They still have something going on there. So she had, I don't know how many, like bushels. And she's chopping them all up. She made the batch. Her hands started swelling.
Oh,
She didn't wear gloves.
that's bad.
3 days.
No.
First 2, she could barely use her hands for anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That ain't
She
good.
learned that lesson.
Yeah, that's a lesson.
But yeah, she chopped so many of those peppers, and it inflamed her hands.
That's not good.
That ain't good. Doesn't feel like fun anymore.
No, it almost looked like cartoony when you see like
Yeah,
they
really.
smack their hands and boom, boom, boom. That's what her hand looked like.
Jeez.
Wow.
The only time I've ever had something close to that is I've gone to a festival and I was drumming hard. Then I wake up the next morning, my hands are like swollen up just from the abuse that they've taken. It's just like, oh. So you find a cooler and just shove your hands in the ice.
And then you hear.
It'd be kind of similar to like a boxer's,
yeah, I would think
strain they put on their hands, right?
Yeah.
Or could it be if you're giving enough chops? Does that ever sting your hands?
You have to give a lot of chops,
You would
I
have
think,
to
to
give a
really
lot
get
of
that
chops.
effect.
They said I've never had that problem with like.
Super chop party!
Really? You want to?
No.
I've gone in there way back in the day with Donovan. He chops hard, like
He's trying to go for the shotgun.
hard.
Trying to get
no,
that
he's not
shotgun
going for the
blast
shotgun.
sound?
He's trying to go to your spine through your chest. So,
You get the handprint welt on your
oh
back.
yeah, it was just like somebody's trying to push through that kind of thing. But it was. I remember getting in there, mixing it up with him the one time, and he chopped me, and they're just like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" And I reared back, and I gave him one back. He goes, "Whoa!"
He eased off on you.
Well, because he realized we were both going to stand in the middle of the ring and chop each other fucking silly if we, because it was to the point where, oh, you're going to hit me that hard, okay, I'm going to hit you that hard, and
Evil.
neither one of us were going to fall down.
That's like evil versus
Everybody?
everybody. No, sorry, Ishii.
Yes.
Ishii's likes to chop a lot. And you can tell, as the commentators like to point out, you can tell when he's starting to get frustrated because he starts going a little bit higher
Yeah, right into
and a
the
little bit
throat.
higher
Yeah.
until eventually he hits them right on the throat.
Well, the one I remember seeing Ishii versus Walter.
Yeah.
Well,
Walter.
ooh, I got to see that.
Yeah.
Ishii versus Walter.
I haven't seen enough Walter.
Oh,
There's a match you want to find.
oh, can I get?
Is Kenta Kobashi versus Sasuke. It's a Wrestle Kingdom.
Okay.
Kenta Kobashi was in Noah. So he was invited to wrestle this match against Kensuke Sasaki.
Okay.
And it was, all they did was chop each other.
Damn.
That's all they did for 15 minutes. And like by the end of it, or just like I'm watching this and going, please stop. Just stop hitting each other because it just, ow, goddamn, ow.
I think the only wrestling match that truly, not beyond anything like stupid hardcore or that kind of bullshit,
Yeah.
the only match that really made, no, don't do it, was that first Wrestle Kingdom that I watched with you, where it was Ishii versus Makabe.
Yes.
The headbutts.
The headbutts.
They just got the headbutt.
Well, no, it came down to, I don't know, partway through the match, and Ishii reels back, headbutt. Makabe reels back, headbutt. And then they both reel back at the same time. And all you hear is thunk.
It was fucking brutal.
I'm watching this with them. I've never seen any of this stuff before. Even him and Shooter both go, oh!
Yeah, because we've been on the receiving end of it. Because I wrestled Shooter at a show.
Actually, I think your exact words were, no.
I wrestled Shooter on a show. Oh, I can't remember where it was. But this was after Sean had been watching a lot of Ishii.
Oh, God.
So
Shooter likes to pick
he does.
watching this stuff. I've learned that over the years.
Yeah. So we're doing a wild brawl around the building, and we get to this one point, and I hit Sean. He kind of goes down, and I stand over him, and I look. He looks up at me, and he does that springing headbutt that Ishii does.
Okay.
Didn't expect that.
Right under the jaw?
Right under the chin. It's like, pop!
It's like taking a really hard uppercut.
It sucks so much, and it hurt. And like I think I bit my tongue, and I just remember.
You're lucky you didn't lose teeth.
I know. Like you said, I saw him coming, so I might have been like, "Don't be there at the impact point," that kind of thing. But he still got me good. I think I punched him so fucking hard as a receipt after that. But it was those headbutts are they are no joke, man. They even in a wrestling match, when somebody headbutts you, it sucks. And if you're in a real fight and somebody headbutts you for real, it really sucks.
We're talking about chops. It was in Defiant Wrestling. It was Walter, Zack Sabre Jr., and the Kiwi Buzzsaw. I can't remember that guy's name, but
Hinari?
No, I don't know. This guy calling himself the Kiwi Buzzsaw. I don't know if that was
Jay White, maybe?
No. I can't remember the guy's name, but if you look up...
Because Jay White's New Zealand.
No, but...
Australian.
But,
I thought he was Australian.
I think he's New Zealand.
But okay, if you look up those two, and they should have the third guy there. You should see the amount of chops that Zack Sabre Jr. took from Walter. I mean, he took a dozen of them.
And he's so pale.
And small.
Like how...
He went. You would see some of them. He would just pop, and you just see him go. Yeah,
Zack is amazing to watch in the ring, but when you see him getting pummeled like that, his frame doesn't look like he can handle it.
No,
he looks like he should snap.
Yeah, when he did that match, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Lance Archer in the G1.
Yep.
Like in my heart of hearts, I knew Lance Archer wasn't going to win this match, but you look at it. At face value, they're going, there's no way this skinny little dude is going to beat this fucking monster.
He's like twice his size, pretty much.
Easy. Wow. And they went out there and they just wailed away on each other. Lance Archer beat him for like literally from pillar to post. And then Zack Sabre was just hanging on and hanging on and hanging on.
And he won by countout, didn't he?
Submission.
What submission?
Yeah.
For some reason I thought it was
countout. You pretzeled him probably. Turned him into a pretzel.
Well, see, that's the thing with Sabre. He's all about the submissions. Mm-hmm. So he would start going for submissions. Archer would stomp him, just fucking stomp a hole in him. But every time Sabre Jr. went for that submission, he held on to it for a little bit longer. Held on to it for a little bit. Wore him down. I went, this is brilliant storytelling. And it worked because at the end of it, when Sabre won the match, they're just going like, I believe that was a legitimate way to go about that match. So
Archer had absolutely nothing to regret about the match. It was a phenomenal match. Lance Archer really came into his own in that G1, and he's doing really strongly right now. He's their U.S. champion. Going into Wrestle Kingdom, it's him versus Jon Moxley.
Oh, wow.
For the New Japan U.S. title.
Oh, yes. Speaking of Wrestle Kingdom, New Japan has also confirmed that if Tanahashi beats Jericho, he is going to get an AEW title shot. So it is a legit...
So AEW has a working relationship with New Japan at this point?
Sort of, kind of. But yeah, there's nobody wants to say 100% for sure that they have a working
You think it's
relationship.
similar to their deal with Rev Pro?
Possibly.
And what's the deal with Rev Pro?
Well, Ishii was the Rev Pro champion for
Yeah, like I said,
almost a
I think
year,
New Japan has a better relationship with Rev Pro than it does with AEW right now.
Sure.
So I said AEW. There was hard feelings when everybody like the elite left New Japan, and it was like, oh, we're gonna go start our own promotion. And New Japan was, you got famous on our back, and you're leaving us like this. And they were pretty pissed off about the elite leaving. That's
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But if they wanted to go off, that their contract was up. It wasn't like
Yeah, okay, so
it wasn't like they broke contract.
no.
And it's not like they immediately went and started working somewhere. It took a little bit of time for AEW to get off the ground. So,
But New Japan just kind of like, well, what the fuck, that kind of thing. So they felt a little jilted girlfriend kind of thing after the way things went down. But
they're starting to come around. They got to realize that AEW is not going anywhere anytime soon.
no,
They're still holding strong.
yeah,
They've still got some legs left in them, and getting any sort of a working relationship with them is only going to help New Japan get a better foothold in the States.
yeah, absolutely.
I have to agree because, yeah, you finding out this person's from New Japan and things like that. Then people go, oh, and they put a good match on. Oh, really? Okay, let's see what this is all about.
Yeah,
The fact that they've made Wrestle Kingdom a 2-day event,
smart, super smart.
it gives them room to do so much more. I just saw this morning actually that they are showcasing Stardom.
Yes, I did read that.
Women's wrestling.
This is like
fed in Japan.
This is like the first time there's been a women's wrestling match on a New Japan show.
Wow.
And so they've got that. They've got Moxley coming in. They've got Tanahashi wrestling Jericho with that title shot possibly in the future. There's a lot of interesting things coming out of this.
Liger's last two matches ever. So
Why is it his last two matches?
he's retiring. Jushin Thunder Liger's got like a 40-year career or something like
Oh,
that.
at least.
Yeah.
So he's 60 then?
I can remember watching him in the 90s, and he was already a veteran at that point.
Yeah. So he's had a huge career, and he was one of those guys that wrestled every day of the week, like either
He
for
was a
New Japan,
regular staple on WCW,
yeah,
plus still working in Japan.
and
How-
in Mexico and England.
How
and
the heck does his body been able to hold up?
No idea. Well, for the longest time, it didn't. Like, he used to be a high flyer. Then he shattered his ankle in a match. He went to do a baseball slide through somebody's legs, and his toe hooked the mat, and just basically it mangled his ankle. So he lost a bunch of his mobility because of it. So he went from a high flyer to a ground-based game, and he evolved his style, and he thrived on. Like, he just didn't go, okay, I'm only this, but I can't do this anymore, so I'm screwed. He evolved into more of a ground grappler.
Does he still do occasional jump?
Occasional, but nothing.
Nothing to what he used to do.
No.
No, he's definitely not the same Liger that I can remember way back in the day.
He's not going, wee!
No, he's still pretty jacked for a dude like that.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not as aerial as he was. Did you see Hiromu Takahashi's return to the ring?
Mm-hmm.
So Hiromu snapped his neck in a match last year.
Oh,
He
good
had
for-
just won the Best of Super Juniors.
Yep.
And then won the junior heavyweight title from, who did he beat for that? Was it Ospreay? It was the Fatal 4-Way.
Okay, yeah, because there was Osprey Skrull and Kushida.
Yeah. And so Hiromu won that match, and then his first title defense
Against Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee, and Dragon Lee has
Slipped,
a
yeah.
perfect plex or Phoenix plex.
Phoenix Plex.
Basically, Hiromu's on his shoulders, and Dragon Lee has him in kind of like a weird, like full Nelson kind of situation,
like a front Nelson kind of thing. So,
and then he goes backwards in a plex, a suplex, and Hiromu broke his neck.
Phoenix, if you watch it, Dragon Lee's hands slip, so he loses control over Hiromu's neck, and Hiromu took it right on the neck, and it broke his neck.
Broke his neck. He's been on the shelf ever since. He had just won the title. This was his first defense, which he still finished the match and won. And he's been on the shelf ever since. And now he's back.
Now he's back, yeah, because there was...
And who is he's got with him? He has Daryl, but he had another one. He's got two.
I missed that part.
When I saw him come out when he first confronted Will Ospreay, he was carrying two.
Oh, okay.
Daryl, and then another one that was wearing a lucha mask.
And what? And Ospreay has the title or something? He wants
Well,
that.
Ospreay's still the junior heavyweight champion.
Yep.
He's been champion for a long time because he's the best. There's no arguing it.
So good.
He is. But he changed it, and he's changing up his style.
Because he has to, because the stuff that he was doing and has been doing is so hard on his body. There's no way he can do a full schedule of matches and survive.
Keep doing the death-defying stuff that he's been doing.
Eventually, he's going to break his neck. Eventually,
Again.
Ospreay hasn't broken his neck, but he's had major injuries like shoulders and stuff like that. But even Ospreay admits, he goes, I can't continue to do that style of wrestling continuously because I'm going to be crippled before I'm 30. He knew, he was one bad move away and he was going to be done. And people were going like, dude, you need to fucking stop.
His match with Okada last year was a great match.
Just your jacket.
I know, but it's weird that it flipped over on me. It scared me.
It's okay.
I'm telling you, there's something stalking me.
Predator?
Yeah, that Ospreay-Okada match, phenomenal.
Yeah.
But you're hard-pressed to find an Okada match that's not phenomenal. You're hard-pressed to find an Ospreay match that's not phenomenal.
That's very true.
So,
very, very, very true.
You know, these are some of the best wrestlers on the planet today for a reason.
Yeah. So, okay, getting close to time to wrap this stuff up.
All right.
We're going to do the first Would You Rathers of the new decade.
Okay.
Brent, are you familiar with the Would You Rather game?
You give two things, you gotta pick, and they both suck.
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. But
It depends on what he's got, because there's been some really stupid ones that there is no good answer.
There's no good answers to any of that. All right, let me just pull this up here. Okay, I know one while I pull this up. Would you rather be able to talk to ghosts or talk to animals?
Animals.
Okay, why?
Just because I've got a lot more of a connection and relay, and with the animals, and I haven't ran into too many ghosts.
I'm with you on that. I know for a fact animals exist. Just more random. Maybe the ghosts are like, motherfucker, we are talking.
You okay? Everything okay up there?
God damn.
Sorry about that. I'm gonna go with animals.
Okay.
Because if I can talk to them, I can get them to do my bidding, and I can take over the world.
Wow.
Going evil, aren't we? Hey, you talk to them doesn't mean you can command them. He said talk to, didn't say command them.
I'll find out what they like, what it's gonna take to buy their loyalty.
Oh, I gotta manipulate them.
Yeah, exactly.
What a dick.
I know.
Just because you didn't think of it first.
No. That's not it. Okay.
I am Captain Lord Doolittle.
Oh, God.
You know, there's a new Doolittle movie coming out with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Comes out in a couple weeks.
Oh, good gosh. Stick with Iron Man.
Okay. Would you rather have Baby Groot or Baby Yoda?
Oh, hands down, Baby Yoda. Come on now.
with the caveat,
Okay.
the one that you don't pick has to die.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda?
Yep. Fuck that tree.
Or the wood chipper.
Exactly.
I have to go with Baby Yoda, sadly, on that one.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Groot. You had a good run, kid.
You did. You had a good run for about 2 years.
Yep.
And then Baby Yoda came in.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby Yoda came in like a wrecking ball is what happened there.
Did he ever?
Coming in like a wrecking ball.
Would you rather sleep in a tub of jam or use a big chunk of peanut butter as a pillow?
I'm going to go with the tub of jam only because I know I flop around a lot in my sleep and the peanut butter will smother me. I will die in my sleep. So
I have to go with the jam then, too, because that makes sense.
just for safety's sake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to mention, I'm thinking if it's the right jam, there's probably plenty of antioxidants. You know, so it'd be healthy for the skin and all that.
Yeah, there you go. Would you rather have a 20-pound tongue or a 20-pound ball sack?
Okay, Paul, pause for 1 second. I just realized strawberry jam still has strawberry seeds. Strawberry seeds in your dick hole. I'm still going to go with the jam thing, but no strawberry, please. Nothing with seeds.
Grape jelly.
Grape jelly.
Grape jelly, that's where you go.
I have to go with the ball sack only because 20-pound tongue, you're not able to talk.
I need to hear the question again. Sorry.
Would you rather have a 20-pound tongue or a 20-pound ball sack?
Ooh. Didn't I see a 20-pound ball sack thing on South Park?
I was going to say, yeah, Randy had that.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm going to go with the ball sack. It's just for convenience. It's a lot easier to move around with the weight and kind of more of your core center rather than having a 20-pound thing lobbing and pulling your whole neck and head down.
And you could probably use your 20-pound ball sack as a stool if you had to sit down.
Exactly, yeah. Or a hippity hop. Like Randy in South Park.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather wrestle Bill Cosby naked while covered in lube for an hour or forever smell like fish?
They just missed a huge opportunity with that question, I want to point out. Wrestling Bill Cosby should be in Jell-O pudding. Come on.
Covered in lube. If it's Jell-O pudding, you run the risk of a yeast infection.
I'm going to go with the Bill Cosby wrestling.
Bill Cosby wrestling for an hour?
Yeah.
Brent?
I have to go with that because that's fish. See, 1 hour or the rest of your life is what I'm looking at.
I wasn't even thinking about the time constraint. It said Bill Cosby's old. I know I can take him.
Just don't drink out of his water bottle.
Oh, fuck no.
No. That could be like a real bad. Fuck it. That's good.
I'm
enough.
picturing remember the movie Digstown?
Yes.
The one guy they gave the brown bottle treatment to?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
It was basically they put laxative in his water bottle. So they're going in the match. He gets punched once in the gut. It starts farting shit dripping out of his shorts.
Yeah. Digstown. I gotta watch that again. I
Great
missed
movie.
that movie. Yeah.
Great movie.
Okay. So, this being the first podcast of the new decade, 2020, impart some wisdom upon our listener.
Like I have any wisdom to spare.
Just fucking talk.
If I had actual wisdom, I wouldn't have the problems I have now.
Measure twice, cut once.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's
Okay.
Can't go wrong with that.
Don't eat the yellow snow.
No, that's good too. Yeah.
I don't know what other cliches we could pull out here. Just be good to one another.
Oh, so soft. Fucking soft. 10-ply.
Let's hope that 2020 is a better year for all of us.
Well,
yeah.
2019 couldn't be any fucking.
Well, hey, don't say that. It ain't over yet.
I'm running out of relatives, bro.
I know, but the year ain't over yet. Technically, we still got 2 days.
Technically, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That is.
It sounds like you're daring the fates.
And here's one last thing. You do not always go, this can't get any worse, because it always can.
There is that. But okay. For me, I would have to say hydrate, work out, read a book, connect with your friends, get together with more people more often in person.
Yes.
Instead of online, as best you can.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
That's the big thing right there. As I said, the interpersonal connectivity is huge.
Okay, sidetrack, because you brought this to mind. Well, getting off your phone. I heard, now this might have been an old episode because Dave and Chuck the Freak have been off for the week, but I heard at one point that there was a study done. People are starting to grow some sort of a bone protrudence in the back of their necks, almost like a horn, from their necks being sloped over on their phones all the time. That they're starting to evolve and getting some sort of weird bone growth in their necks because of it.
It's weird that that could very well be true. And now, because this is something we didn't have. What, 15 years ago?
I know I've seen this meme once. You know that chart of evolution, like you got Cro-Magnon man going up all the different ages, and at one point we're slumped over a little bit, and then we straighten out. We're starting to slump over again. We're starting to go back down the ramp,
devolving, as it were. I get that, but it is such a new thing. It's still kind of new and shiny, and we're starting to see that it's not the best thing for us, and people are catching on to that. Like, we can't
slowly, yes,
but people have started to catch on. Was like, we're missing out on a lot of things. So, and so that the rule for our Whiskey Wednesday movie night: phones go in the fucking basket as soon as you show up into the backyard.
It's not easy. It's not easy, especially because we're watching a movie and then somebody, who's that? Oh, who's that guy? I immediately try to reach for my phone, and it's not there.
Yeah.
I admit it's not easy. I've told you the story about my fast when I tried my media fast when I was in college a few years ago. It is a very severe addiction. Yeah. That is, I wish I could say I would be cutting it back. Yeah. I know myself. That's the least of my worries right now.
To me, like when we were talking about who's that actor? What's that like? Sometimes it's okay not to know something.
I just don't.
I know.
It bugs me. I told you. I told you watching the new season of Letterkenny, and there was the Dirks character. I'm like, he looks like somebody. It looks like I thought he was the actor Fisher Stevens, but there's no way it would be Fisher Stevens because he's too old for that. But it wasn't, and it wasn't easy to find because he's not listed on IMDb under Letterkenny.
That's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that stuff drives me insane.
It's okay. It's all right. Walk around.
It'll wake me up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. Who the fuck was it?
It was Chuck Norris.
Dirks.
It was Chuck Norris.
If you're not watching Letterkenny in 2020, you should watch Letterkenny. That's my advice for the new year for our listeners. Watch Letterkenny.
Okay, for me in this podcast in general, I want to use the next year, this new year, as I want to build this brand a little bit bigger. To that effect, said I've reopened the Patreon page, which falls on you to help. I need you to come up with content for the Patreon page too.
Homework.
Homework.
So, www.patreon.com/DFS podcast. That's where you get it. There's one tier and only one tier, and that tier is a $1 tier. So if you can spare $1 a month to support me and Jason, and occasionally Brent, and dispatches from Shed Quarters, we would greatly appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So
I don't know what I'm going to come up with. I will put my thinking cap on.
You got puppets, and you got fucking karaoke. And Brent, what are you coming up with?
At the Wild
Dirty limericks don't count.
Dirty limerick.
I don't know. I'll come up.
While Brent
I'll
appears
put my-
occasionally, so while Brent has some time to think.
Exactly. I'll come up with something.
Okay.
Maybe we can make the green episodes the Patreon exclusives.
Oh, if we do that,
Uh-huh.
I guess I have to go green too.
I still think you've been getting the contact eye, dude.
Not really.
I don't know.
Not
I
really.
can see the difference in your face when we're recording them. So
No, because
But-
I'm just like, he's so fucking high.
that's,
He's
one,
about ready to fall asleep right at the bank table.
That's one possibility, is making the green episodes the Patreon exclusives. We got together last night and had some drinks, and we thought we should be recording. I'm like, no.
That was a fucking terrible idea.
A little too scary.
Well,
I don't
would've
remember
been
fully what we talked about, but I know it got weird.
Yeah, as I said, it would have been completely incomprehensible.
At one point, yes,
So,
because I think we changed topics in mid-sentence a couple times.
it's probably a good thing we didn't, because like the incrimination was
I
probably
guarantee you that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, boys.
well,
let's get out of here. So,
all right.
thank you, Brent, for stopping by.
Well, thank you for having me.
That chair is always available for you if you want to.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Until something better comes along.
Yeah.
Better, I don't think so.
Oh.
Oh, big words, mister.
No
I don't
kidding.
think it could be better. We got some great stuff here.
We'll see. You better
that's it.
you come on next time. If you're weak at all, you're out.
Don't
you laid down that challenge.
Don't
dude.
think you've peaked on the first fucking.
Oh,
time.
I don't. I
so
said it's
you
just
just said I
something.
don't think I can come up with anything better. So fuck.
Don't get cocky.
Yeah. Don't get busy.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yes.
Before we go, this bothered me. Because
Outro. Take 3.
Yeah. So, Star Wars,
Star Wars.
The Rise of the Jedi.
Rise of Skywalker.
What the fuck ever. So you were talking about how many different pilots were on Death Star attack runs, right?
Named characters.
Named
Just-
characters, right?
And only
One.
was at
Only
both.
one.
Yes.
Right.
Wedge and Tilly's.
Yes.
Right. Because we thought Han, Luke, Chewie.
Yeah, you can't count Luke because Luke wasn't a part of the second Death Star
No.
battle. He was on his own, and Han and Chewie were on the moon.
Exactly.
Were on Endor. Wedge Antilles was the only dude
Yep.
to be in a cockpit fighting an actual Death Star.
Yes.
Twice.
And
Winning.
spoilers, he is in the final battle in Rise of Skywalker as well.
Of course he has to be.
He wasn't in Force Awakens or Last Jedi.
He was
Yeah.
never even mentioned.
Nope.
And when you said, watch,
Yep.
like this, and when he popped up on screen, I almost jumped out of my chair and went, yes!
And he destroys the last one.
No,
Oh,
not
no.
quite. But
He did his part.
Lando's flying the Falcon with Chewie. They had went off to try and get help. They showed up with a whole lot of help. And as
Oh.
they're swooping in, you see Lando and Chewie in the cockpit, and then they show who's in the gunner seat, and it was Wedge.
Wedge wasn't flying an X-Wing.
No. Well, he's too old.
But he's in
No,
the
he's
gunner
not.
seat. He's still there. He's in the gunner seat. It still counts.
That counts, yes, but still,
Yeah.
he should be in an X-Wing.
And-
Nope.
And R2 should be his co-pilot.
Where was R2? Was he in the Falcon?
He had to be in the Falcon. Him and 3PO had to be in the Falcon.
Yeah.
Because they would have needed 3PO for languages
That's true, too.
to send out the distress
That
signal.
BB-8 was in Poe's X-Wing? Or was R2 in Poe's X-Wing?
Poe was in the next one?
Poe and BB-8
Yes.
are
Yeah.
Poe and BB-8 have always been close together. That's those.
Yeah. BB-8 was with Poe.
And,
Okay.
BB-8 was with Poe.
and see, this is why they shouldn't have killed Luke. Shouldn't have died in the last Jedi. Because the fact of the matter is, they could have brought nostalgia back. In the middle of nowhere, you see an X-wing come in with Luke.
Did.
Ray had Luke's X-Wing.
Yes. No R2 unit though.
No R2 unit. Okay.
What?
Right.
Ray was piloting Red 5.
But did not have R2 in the.
Nope.
It was naked then.
She was using this Jedi or Sith map thing to navigate.
Oh yeah, the finder, the holocron.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she could jump. Yeah, so she could knew how to plot the courses.
To find it was the only thing. This is the only thing that could find the planet where they had to get to.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, boys.
We spoiled enough.
Yeah.
So, thanks for coming by. Brent, you're always welcome. Jason, see you soon.
Yep.
Everybody taking time to listen to this, thank you very much for letting us invade your ear holes. And have a great new year, everybody. We will talk to you next week.
Bye bye.
Adiosa.